Well, hello. Today we are coming to you from Hidden Valley RV Park, just outside San Antonio, Texas.
This is a great place to stay if you are coming to tour the San Antonio area, if you are wanting a park that's close to the city, but has that country feel. So let's go check out this park and show you what it has.
Hidden Valley has 79 total RV sites. They describe 9 of them as deluxe sites, 20 as premium full hookup sites with 30 and 50 amp, 25 as standard hookup sites, 21 of them are pull-through full hookup sites, 4 are standard, and they even have 1 cottage available for rent. The sites are gravel, but they're well packed and there doesn't seem to be too much dust. The campground is divided into 2 main sections. You have the upper section and the lower section. We stayed in the lower section in Site 18.
The lower section of the campground is known as Creekside because it is by Medina Creek. There are 20 sites down here, and it's right next to the group campfire ring where they have scheduled campfires sometimes in the evening for people to get to know each other and have that classic campground feel. Fishing is allowed in Medina Creek by campers, but you are not allowed to go swimming.
One of the things that this campground is known for is the country feel, the country setting. And so even though we're close to a very urban area in San Antonio, this gives you a chance to escape and have some quiet. They have some open areas and green spaces that really give it a relaxed feel. There are not a lot of frills. You're not going to find a swimming pool or playgrounds or some of the other amenities you might have in other parks. But if you're needing a place with good access, either to the Air Force Base or to the Alamo or shopping in San Antonio, all the things you can do here, this is a great place to stay. It gives you about a 20-minute drive into about anything you'd want to see.
The park is pet friendly, but you do have to register your pets ahead of time, and they do have several pet waste stations available so that you can keep the park clean, and they do have a dedicated off-leash dog park up at the top of the park.
In the middle of the Creekside Loop is a big gravel area. Makes it very easy to maneuver and position your rig and back in. So this area is big rig friendly. Now that we've explored the Creekside area, let's walk up the hill and check out the main camping area.
Up near the office is the RV clubhouse, which has some exercise equipment and a TV, and you can reserve times to use that. Right now with COVID going on, not open, but normal times it is. When you arrive for check-in, you're going to check in here at the office and trading post. It is open from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. That is the open hours for check-in as well. So it is 1 to 5 for check-in, and they do have snacks and things that you can get at the store, and they'll even let you order those online and deliver them down to your site.
On the side of the trading post, you'll find 3 full-service restrooms, and on the back of the trading post is the laundry facility.
across from the trading post is the Tejas Pavilion. You can reserve this pavilion for events. You just have to call the office for details on that. And sometimes they even hold community potlucks and things like that out here on the pavilion.
They do have a cabin for rent, and it is called the Cowboy Castle.
Hidden Valley RV Park is located on a former Texas ranch, and it is near the area where General Santa Anna crossed the Medina River before the Alamo was ever famous.
They have 2 dumpsters on premises, and both of them are up at the top campground. So if you're located down in the creekside area, it's a little inconvenient because you have to walk up the hill to the dumpster or throw everything in the back of your truck and drop it off on your way out.
For those of you who need connectivity at the park, it is possible. If you have Verizon, I only have 1 bar on my 5G Verizon phone, and it doesn't matter if I'm at the bottom of the campground or the top of the campground. Eric has an AT&T phone, and at the top of the campground he gets 4 bars, and down here at the bottom he gets 2. There is over-the-air antenna TV channels galore down here, and they all come in great. So you have lots of over-the-air antenna options. The park does not provide cable TV or anything, so if you want that, you're gonna have to have like your own satellite dish to access TV that way, but there are plenty of over-the-air channels to keep you entertained. The park does provide free Wi-Fi, and believe it or not, it is good, strong Wi-Fi. Now we happen to be parked right by the little Wi-Fi repeater, but we are getting great Wi-Fi signal. I have been able to have no problem with speed on viewing pictures, websites, email, anything that I've wanted to while we're here.
Well, this park has done a really good job serving the purpose that we're here for, and that is to provide a great launching point into San Antonio.
Yes, the park is very upfront about the fact that it is a no-frills park, so you don't have the swimming pools and things like that. But what they do pride themselves on is their customer service, and it has been excellent. Ever since we booked our reservation, we have received emails giving us suggestions of things to do. The owners are super nice. They serve as a concierge for you. They're going to help you book things if you want to take a tour somewhere, answer your questions, give you restaurant recommendations, and they do keep the park nice and clean.
It sure is clean, and this is a good park that also serves to host snowbirds or people that are here long term, and of course people like us that are just here for a few days to enjoy the area. Let's talk through a few pros and cons. What are any of the things that you can think of that might not be excellent?
So again, yeah, no park is perfect, but one of the things that is a challenge on this one is when you enter the park from the main road, it is down a very bumpy, very dirt road. So it's packed, but it is bumpy, and we literally were going about 2 miles an hour pulling our rig down the road. If you go really slow, not a problem, but you don't want to try to fly down this road.
That's true. Now the roads in the park, while still gravel, were much more packed and flat and stable. It's that entry road that really kind of threw us for a loop coming in. But the park roads are fine. Not really suitable if you're on a scooter, but certainly fine for bikes and riding and driving. All of that has been fine inside the park.
Yep.
Anything else that's not just excellent? I would say if you need a bathroom, a bathhouse, the area down here, Creekside, that might be an issue because there is no bathhouse, no restrooms, no showers available down here in the Creekside area. If you're wanting a little more seclusion, which we certainly would opt for, then this is a great choice because you're either surrounded by woods or green field or the creek area, and that makes it really feel sort of secluded and quiet. It feels less like an RV park down here, whereas the main campground certainly feels like an RV park.
Yeah, there's no shade up in the top part. So if shade is something that's important to you, you wouldn't want to be up there in that top part. You're just kind of stacked next to each other. But down here, it does have more of a little bit of a state park feel. I mean, yes, you're still pretty close to your neighbors, but you've got, like, outside the back of our rig, we have a nice little backyard with our picnic table, and it feels really nice. There's lots of nature and birds, and we're here in the spring, and the wildflowers are starting to bloom, which this area of Texas is known for wildflowers, and so that's been fun to see those start to come out.
Moving to positives, again, the access is great, and I just want to do a big shout out to the neighbors that greeted us whenever we were here.
Goodness.
When we arrived, we had a real problem with one of our front jacks, our landing gear, actually seized up, and we were not able to get it off of the truck. And we had groups from 3 different campsites come over to lend a hand. And it was just wonderful. We got the problem resolved, and we could not have done it without them. We would have been in big trouble. And we even made great friends with the kids next door who loved on Jasper, and we certainly wish them well. So
campers are the friendliest people.
That
is so true.
It was just super fun. Anything else stick out as just a big plus?
Again, we've already kind of mentioned it. The hospitality of the camp hosts, the fact that the location is great. We are right outside the city, but we feel like we're in a park. We don't have lights and noise. We have nature and a creek.
So this is a great place to get out and serve as a launching point, because today is an adventure day.